Hello everyone, myself Bhumi Patel, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Instrumentation and Control. Today's our topic is State Observer in the unit number 2, the continuous time state space system to the discrete time state space analysis. As we discussed in the last session, what is the state observer, what is the minimum state observer, what is the reduced state observer. So today's we deal about the what is the full order state observer. So in practice, not all state variables are available for direct measurement. As we discussed earlier that we have two types of variables. One is the direct measurement and one is the indirect measurement. So in the practical view or in the practice, whatever the state variable are there in the plant, that all are not for the direct measurement. Okay, so for that we design the state observer. Now as you know, in the state observer we deal with the two input y of k and u of k, and x tilde k is my output signal. So necessary and the sufficient condition for the state observation is that system is the completely observable. In the last session we discussed about the complete output controllability and complete output observability. So what is the necessary and sufficient condition for the state observer? That whatever system that we have to design is to be completely observable. Okay, so the state feedback control is very alternative because of the precision computation of the gain matrix K. Implementation of the state feedback controller is possible only when all the state variables are directly measurable with the help of the some kind of sensor. As you know, whenever we design a state observer, we design a closed loop system, and whenever we design a closed loop system, we connect some types of feedback element in the closed loop system, and in the feedback element we can connect this some type of sensor. Okay, so whatever the sensor is there, whenever we deal with the state observer, we noted down that how many of the inputs are the directly measurable and how many variables are in the indirectly measurable. So what is the full order observable? It is the possible only when the all state variables are directly measurable. If any one of the state variables are indirectly measurable or the unmeasurable, we can try to convert into the state measurable variable with the help of the different types of sensor. Now how many types of sensor that we have to connect, that is depend on the system or the plant. Okay, so this is the full order observation. Now only a subset of the state variable are available in the full order observation. So need for estimation or observable is obviously. So for that we have to need some estimator. Okay, so we have considered the following system: x of k plus 1, that is equal to a x of k plus b u of k, and y of k is equal to c x of k. As you know, this is the discrete time linear time invariant system state equation. Now if we can draw a block diagram using this discrete time LTI system, so this is the block diagram of this system. Now here you can see that the input is applied u of k and our output is y of k. Okay, between input and output, if we can deal with the continuous time system, here we can write the x dot k and here it is x of t. But here we can take the example of the discrete time LTI system. So between the summing point and the output, we can connect the discrete input x of k plus 1 and the output of the x of k plus 1, it is x of k. Here we can measure the gain value of k. So the gain is depend on, here you can see that u of k is equal to minus k into x of k. So if we can change the value of x of k, or if we can change the value of input variable, we can easily set the value of gain k. Okay. So now x of k is not available for direct measurement, because here you can see that x of k will be depend upon the x of k plus 1, because the input of x of k is x of k plus 1. Again x of k plus 1 is depend on the h input. So x of k is not available for the direct measurement. So we can write the equation like this manner: u of k that is equal to minus k x tilde k. Why we can write this type of equation? Because the problem is that x of k is not available for direct measurement, and necessary and sufficient condition for the state observable is that we can connect some type of sensor that we have derived the equation for the all the sensor or all the state variable will be available for the direct measurement. So now x of k is not available for the measurement, so we cannot compare x of k with the x tilde k. So now output y of k can be measurable. Okay, we can easily measure the output y of k. So we can write the equation y of k like this manner: y tilde k that is equal to c x tilde k. So this is the output equation. Now we can write the state equation in the modification form. So we can modify xk plus 1 into x tilde k plus 1, that is equal to g x tilde k plus h u of k plus k e y of k minus c x tilde k. Depending upon the output equation, we can modify the state equation. Now we can write like this: x tilde k plus 1 is equal to, we can common out the term x tilde k. So in this bracket, g minus k e c plus h u of k plus k e y of k. Now the eigenvalue of the g minus k e c are observable points. So we have to find the value of g minus k e c. Okay, so the equation will become x tilde k plus 1 is equal to g x tilde k plus h u of k plus k e y of k minus y tilde k. Or we can write the equation like this manner: x tilde k plus 1 is equal to g minus k e c x tilde k plus h u of k plus k e y of k, where as you know y tilde k is equal to c x tilde k and y of k is equal to c x of k. Okay, so the equation will become x tilde k plus 1 is equal to g minus k e c x tilde k plus h u of k plus k e c x of k. We can write y of k is equal to c x of k. So this is my equation number 1. Now our original state equation, that is for the discrete time LTI system, it is the xk plus 1 is equal to g x of k plus h u of k. This is my equation number 2. Simply we have to subtracting the equation number 2 from the equation number 1. Okay, so the equation will become x tilde k plus 1 minus xk plus 1 is equal to g minus k e c x tilde k plus h u of k plus k e c x of k minus g x of k minus h u of k. Here the term h of u of k is cancelled out, so the equation will become g minus k e c x tilde k minus, again the term x of k is common out, so g minus k e c x of k. So what is the final equation for the full order observer? It is, if we can subtract x tilde k plus 1 minus x of k plus 1, we can get g minus k e c x tilde k minus x of k. So we have to define the error using this equation. So e of k is equal to nothing but the x of k minus x tilde k, and e of k plus 1 is equal to x of k plus 1 minus x tilde k plus 1. So e of k plus 1 is equal to g minus k e c e of k. So this is my error wherever we design the full order observer system. Okay, now next is Okay, now we have to find the dynamic behavior of the error signal, and it is determine the eigenvalue of G minus KEC matrix. So we have to find the value of Z minus G plus KEC is equal to 0. Okay, so whenever we design a full order observer using the state variable, and in this particular system, if we have found some unmeasurable state variable, that time we can add some state variable or some kind of sensor. That time we can convert this unmeasurable variable to the measurable variable for this system stability. So this is the equation for the error signal that is determined using the full order observer. Now let's take one example. Here the discrete time LTI system is given, and equation for the discrete time LTI system is x of k plus 1 is equal to gx of k plus hu of k, and y of k is equal to cx of k, where the value of G matrix is 0, minus 0.16, 1 and 1. H is equal to 0, 1 and C is equal to 0, 1. Now we have to decide the eigenvalue of the observer matrix are the value of the Z is given. Z is equal to 0.5 plus or minus 0.5 Z. We have to design the full order state observer, and for that we have to find the value of K, gain K. Okay, so for that our design characteristic equation that is given in the question here. Okay, so Z is equal to 0.5 plus or minus 0.5 Z. So we can write the equation like this manner: Z minus 0.5 minus 0.5 Z and Z minus 0.5 plus 0.5 Z. Okay, so the equation will become Z square minus Z plus 0.5 is equal to 0. So we can get two roots, alpha 1 and alpha 2. We can get alpha 1 is equal to minus 1 and alpha 2 is equal to 0.5. Now our target is we have to find the value of gain K. So here we can get the two values. So we can get Ke like this manner, K1 and K2. Okay, so for that we can use the desired characteristic equation that is proved earlier using the full order observation. It is Zi minus G plus KEC is equal to 0. Put the value of Z, I, G, Ke and C in this particular matrix. So Z into I, that becomes Z, 0, 0, Z, minus we can put here G matrix plus Ke, that means K1, K2, and the value of C matrix is given, it is 0 and 1, that is equal to 0. Now we have to simplify this matrix. So we can get Z 0.16 plus K1 minus 1, Z minus 1 plus K2, that is equal to 0. Now simplify this mode, we can get Z square plus K2 minus 1Z plus K1 plus 0.16 is equal to 0. Now we have to simplify this equation using the comparing with this equation. Z square minus Z plus 0.5 is equal to 0. So we can compare the constant term. So K1 plus 0.16 is equal to 0.5. So we can get K1 is equal to 0.30. Again we have to compare here K2 minus 1. That is equal to minus 1. So we can get K2 is equal to minus 1 plus 1 is becomes 0. So we can get Ke, that is equal to K1, K2. K1 is equal to 0.34 and K2 is equal to 0. So using the full order observer, we can easily find the unmeasured variable and the gain K for this particular system. Now, the next one is the minimum order observer. What is the fundamental of the minimum order observer? So, in practice, some of the state variable may be accurately measurable, but such state variable need not be estimated. So, the observer that estimates fewer than n state variable is reduced order observer. Suppose x of k is the n vector and y of k is the m vector that can be measured. Now m output variables are linear combination of the state variable. So the m state variable need not be estimated. We cannot estimate the m state variable, and for that we have to design, we need to estimate only n minus m state variable. So such observation is n minus m order observer. So the minimum order observer is designed by state vector x of k in two parts. Okay, so x of k is equal to xa of k, xb of k. Now what is xa of k? It is the directly measured state variable. What is xb of k? It is the unmeasurable portion. Okay, so whenever we design the state observer, we can get the two part, the directly measurable state variables and unmeasurable portion. So the state equation become like this manner: xa of k plus 1, xb of k plus 1 is equal to gaa, gab, gba, gbb, xa of k, xb of k plus ha, hb, u of k, where as you know, GAA is equal to M cross M matrix, GAB is equal to M cross N minus M matrix, GBA is equal to N minus M cross M matrix, and GBB is equal to N minus M into M minus M matrix, and HA is equal to M cross R and HB is equal to N minus M cross R, because the GAA or HA is the measurable variable and GBB is our unmeasurable portion. Okay, so the equation for the measurable portion is XA of k plus 1 is equal to GAA, XA of k plus GAB, XB of k plus HAU of k. This is my measurable portion. So XA of k plus 1 minus GAA, XA of k minus HAU of k, that is equal to GAB, XB of k. Now equation for the unmeasurable portion. Okay, so the XB of k plus 1 is equal to GBA, XA of k plus GBB, XB of k plus HB, U of k. Now as you know, the GBA, XA of k and HB, U of k are known. So above equation is the state equation for the minimum order observer. So using the minimum order observer, we can justify or we can distribute the measurable state variable and unmeasurable state variable. Thank you everyone. If anyone have doubt, then contact me in my email ID.